So welcome students. So today we are going to implement the complete CRUD operation using Python, and we're going to create the record and store the records into the database that is in the backend. We are going to update the record, and we are going to delete the record. So let us begin, and I've just put the previous code into the doc string, so we can just do the fresh coding, and then later on if we require we can do some copy paste from this particular code. And what I have done is, in the mysql I have deleted the records from all the tables. So we have let me just show you the table first. So okay, so this is MySQL, and if I just show the tables to you, so we are going to work with the tables, that is class, the section, and the students. So these are the three tables that we are going to work with. And if you can remember that class and section, these are simple tables, but student is like, it has a foreign key, and it has two foreign keys, and those foreign keys are basically referring to the primary key of the class and the section. Now I'm going to show you the entire functionality, how the things are going to work. So what I've done is I've just deleted all the records from from these three tables. So just let me just show you, like these are empty tables now, so the absolutely no records now. So we're going to create fresh records from Python. Okay, so let me just switch to Python now. And now what we are going to do is, first thing that we will be doing is providing a menu to the user. So let me just do that. So print, and I will say something like, a menu, a user menu, and this is more than sufficient. Then I will give print, and so the give some space, and the first option will be, okay, the first option will be for class. Okay, I'll simply say class, and just let me just copy this and paste it. So class, and okay, print, and everything is going fine. Anything is wrong? Okay, no issues. So paste it. This is for the section, and this is for the student. So let me just change everything, that is section, and this will be for the students. So first menu will be like the tables, that is class, section, and the student, and the user will be entering like in which table he is supposed to enter the data or do any kind of operation. Okay, so let me just quickly run this. There was some indentation issue, so let me just check if there is any issue. So absolutely there is no issue. So this I'm going to make it as 2 and this as 3, and then I'm going to take this into a variable, that is a choice is equal to int of input, and I will say enter your choice, something like this. Okay, one more that we forgot is the exit, so let me give that as well, and this is fourth will be my exit option. So the user can exit the application. Now depending on the choice the user has entered, now I'm not going to go into the validation process, so we are assuming that the user is going to give the right values. Okay, so let us quickly have the if statement, that is a choice is equal to 1. Let me have the pass, and then else if choice is equal to 2, then a pass, and then if choice is equal to 3, let me have a pass, and if choice is equal to 4. If it is equal to 4, then okay, will be doing nothing. If it is equal to 4, so okay, we are going to have this inside a while loop because this has to go. So let me have a while 1 and a colon, and quickly I will just adjust the indentation. uh, that is okay, and just select everything till here and give a tab, and this is now properly indented. So this is in a proper indentation. So this is the menu, and now let me just run this first. Okay, there is an indentation error and it says line 38. So it's over here actually. So this is just okay, let me just remove this and just store it in a notepad. Okay, so what we are going to do now is everything is going to work, I suppose. Line number 40. Okay, so just there are certain characters that create the problem, and okay, if this is that, then I need to give a break, and that was the error actually. Okay, so this is now really working, and 1 2 3 4, if I give 4, then it is going to terminate the program. Now we have the choices, and then what we need to do is go to a new file, and I will say def insert record. Okay, that's the function, and okay, and what I'm going to do is where is my program? That was this one. Let me just close all the other programs fast. Okay, so this I require in the new file. So I've taken a new file because that's the way to do it. We need to create modules, and so this is going to actually uh, take a list, and the list is going to have the values. Okay, so this is the list, and I'm going to say that is okay, so we need to code over here. So the my connection part, so I'm going to copy everything from here actually, and till here. Okay, so I'm just deleting everything from here and pasting it in this particular file. That is a new file. Okay, so okay, this I need to paste it inside the function, and let me just fix the indentation issues. Okay, so I hope everything is okay, everything is fine, and then that list is something is going to hold the user data which I need to insert. Now for inserting, we need to have the insert query, so I'm going to just copy and paste, that is this one. Okay, and I'm going to say this as the enter. Acha, this is something I'm going to take it from the user and from the main program. Okay, from here we're going to collect and pass it through that list. Okay, so list is going to have all that data. Now I need to have a SQL query for inserting the value. So I'm going to just have a bit of copy paste, that is this one, and so this is insert into the class, and value is I'm going to have only one value because there is only class ID, that is a primary key, and the name of the class, and this I'm going to remove from here, and this will be L of 0. Okay, because there is only going to be one element. So looks fine to me. There is some error. um, okay, let me just insert into class. Okay, we'll see to this, otherwise let me just fix it. and keep it in one line if this creates some kind of issue. Okay, so right now I've kept everything in one line, and there is an indentation problem actually. Okay, so now I can bring it to the next line. Okay, that's more than sufficient. Okay, then we have the SQL, again the same problem, is assigned and never used. Okay, now it's fine. So the next is the next thing that I need to do is that I'm going to have two more statements, and that is this one. Okay, so my cursor, so I need to create a cursor, but I did not create a cursor, so let me create a cursor, and that will be over here. Okay, so I created a cursor first, and then there is query. Okay, and then we are executing that query in the cursor, but then if I want that to go into the database, then I need to use the commit method, and this is very important. And okay, simply that is going to do the job for us. Now let me switch to, so let me just save this first. Okay, I need to save this, so I'm going to save this with the something like class underscore CRUD operations. So I will say CRUD, class CRUD dot py. Okay, class CRUD dot py, and I'm going to import that is class underscore CRUD dot py. And so if that is the first option, now you know what is happening over here. Like if we go for class, then I'm giving a call to that insert function, but that should not happen actually. If the user will choose for class, then we're going to have another menu, and that is insert, delete, update, and exit. Okay, but for the testing purpose, what I'm going to do is straight away I'm going to give a call to the insert function, and let me just accept the data over here, that is name is equal to, and I'm going to say input and enter the class name. Okay, enter the class name, and then I'm going to give a call to this particular function, and that is this one, insert record. So actually I require this as a name, I don't require this as a list because there is only one value, so let me just have that as name. Okay, so that is done, and let me save this, go back to this, and name of the function was insert, so I'm going to paste it over here and pass that value. Okay, seems good. So as I said, if the user goes for the class, we're going to have another menu which will say, okay, insert a record, delete a record, update a record, or you know, go back to the previous menu, something of that sort. Okay, but now just for the testing purpose, I'm just using it straight away for inserting the data, and this says undefined name because I have let me just do something like this, use as class. Okay, no, but class is a keyword, so, and over here I will say class dot. Okay, and now you can see that it has gone, the error is gone. So let me first check it whether it works or not, and then we will move ahead. So it says class crew.py is not a package. So okay, what went wrong if this is not a package? So I want to just remove py, let me just try this, and this has worked. Okay, so okay, so let me just go ahead and select the first option, that is class, and the name of the class is class 10. Okay, and connection is successful, so which means that it actually went over here and it, you know, displayed this message. And now if a program has successfully be successful in executing the query or not, so we need to check that, and that we can check by going to the MySQL. Okay, so let me just switch to MySQL, and now we will check select star from class. Okay, and it says empty, so means there is some problem, it did not work actually. um, Let me switch to the MySQL and check what exactly went wrong. So mysql.commit, okay, and class, okay, there was a roll number out here. Okay, this is just name. Now let me run this one more time. Okay, just I will restart this. Let us restart the console. There might be some problem because sometimes you just need to restart the console if you know you face some problems, but I'm just done it right away just to reassure everything. So now the console has restarted. Now let me just run this, and I say 1, enter the name of the class is 10. Okay, and okay, now it says connection is successful, and then I say 4, I'm out of the program. And now let us go to the MySQL and check it. So I'm going to give the same command, and still it says that it is empty, so it is not, it has not worked. So let me go to the previous, that is to our program, delete this, we don't require this. Okay, let me go to class CRUD, and let me check what went wrong. So insert into class, and that is name. Okay, so the best thing is we can just first print the value of SQL, so we will come to know what exactly is the problem. Okay, so let me run this one more time, and option is 1, and the name is class 10. Okay, and okay, so what happened over here is, okay, this is a very big mistake. That is an indentation mistake that I did. It should be outside the else. It was inside the else part, and that was the problem. Anyway, so now I remove this, and now I will save this, run this. Okay, okay, let me just come out of, and now run this one more time, and first option is 10, and now it says connection is successful. Okay, and 4, let me be out of the program. Now let me switch to MySQL and check it. Okay, so this time we should have it, and there it is. So this is the ID is 4, that's the auto generated value, and the name of the class is class 10. So we have successfully inserted the value into the table, that is class. And now what we can do is, since now this is a success, we can do the further things is go back to the main program, that is this one. uh, okay, that is this one, and over here I will have the sub menu. So let me just quickly copy this and paste it over here. Okay, so now we will say add record, then update record, and delete record, and display or search record. And then there will be one more option, and that will be, that is, the fifth option, and that is go to previous menu. Okay, this is how we are going to do this. So this is going to have a nested if again. So now the first thing was choice, so over here I'll have one more, that is, let me just copy this and paste it. Can we keep it as choice itself, or will it create some problem? Okay, let us keep it as it is. Okay, I don't think it is going to create a problem. So we're going to use the same variable name, and then inside this we're going to have if choice is equal to 1, and if it is equal to 1, then we're going to perform these operations. Okay, and then we're going to have elif choice is equal to 2, then I'm going to just give it a pass, and choice is equal to 3, pass elif, this I made a mistake out here. Okay, elif, and so choice is equal to 4, and elif choice is equal to 5. If choice is equal to 5, so what I'm going to do is, if choice is equal to 5, so it should go back to the previous menu, so I will just keep it as pass. Okay, and so I will do nothing basically. Okay, so this is going to display if choice is equal to 1, then there is a sub menu. Let me just run this and then we will check whether it is working or not. So now if I go for a class, that is 1, and now you can see it has displayed the menu that add record, update record, delete record, search record, go to the previous menu. If I give 5, and now I'm again back to the previous menu. In fact, if you perform any operation, first operation, it will perform the operation and go back to the previous menu. We can also do that if we really want to be in the same menu, so that we can program it. Okay, so my purpose is to show you the CRUD operations, so we're going to focus on that. So first thing that we did was add record, which we have successfully done. The second is the update record. Okay, so the update record, so now we need to perform the update record. Okay, so that is over here. Let me go to that class, that is a class CRUD, and so this was for insert record. I will copy this and we'll have one more, and this is update record. Okay, so update record, and then it is again going to open the connection and do the perform the operations. Okay, so then the cursor, and over here I just need to change this query, and so if it is update record, so we are supposed to ask the user that which record he has to update. Now what we can do is we can simply at this point just take the unique number, that is a primary number, from the user, but practically that is not possible. But just to show you how the things work, how to do the update, so we will take the unique number from the user and pass it over here. So this will be my ID, keep it as capital. Okay, and now let us write the query, that is over here I'm going to have update, and update, that is class, and then set, that is name. Okay, name is equal to, so if I want to change the name of the class, so that we can do it. Okay, and then I'm going to give a backslash so that we can come to the next line, where, then I'm going to say where that is class ID, if I'm not wrong, that is okay, or just let me just first check the ID, So let me go to the MySQL, and so that is ID. You can see out here, name of the field is ID. So let's go back, and over here I will say where okay, that ID. So how we are going to do that is, I'm going to say ID is equal to, remove these brackets, okay, and that's it. And this is, I don't need that single quote because it's an integer value, and over here it is going to be the ID, that is this ID, okay. So after taking that ID, I'm supposed to actually ask for the new value. Okay, that is also very important. And okay, one mistake that I'm making out here is set, that is name, and that is the placeholder, and ID, that is the second placeholder. So what I need to do is I need to have one more, that is name. So I'm going to take the new value. So I'm going to say name input, and I'm going to say enter new name for the class, something like this, okay. And okay, so it's good now. So this is the first placeholder, that is name. So this value of name is going to get replaced over here, okay. So and the ID is going to get replaced over here. So this will be like update class set name is equal to name, that is the new value, where ID is equal to this ID, okay. And then what we need to do is, okay, execute the query and commit the query. So now this is the second option, and I'm going to copy the name of the function, go to the main program, and over here I'm going to paste it. And before giving call to this function, I'm going to say I'm going to take the user ID, I mean the primary key, but practically this is not possible. But right now we are just doing it so that we can keep the video short. So I'm going to say ID is equal to int of input, and I will say something like enter the ID, okay, enter the ID. And then this ID I'm going to pass it to that function. Now again, this will be class dot update record. Okay, this is good. And so let me just switch to MySQL and check the ID. Now the ID is 4, okay, ID is 4, so I will remember this ID. And so now I will run this program. Hopefully everything should work fine. If it doesn't work fine, we will make it work, absolutely not a problem. So let me give 4, exit it, run one more time, and it says reloaded. Okay, forget it. So now I'm going to give the class, that is 1, and now it says add record, update record. So I'm going to go for the second option, that is 2. So update record, it is going to ask me for the ID. I'm going to give 4, which is a primary key. Then I'm going to say enter, and the connection is successful. Enter new name for class, and I'm going to say class 12 out here, enter. And this has said unknown column. Okay, so something went wrong, so let me just switch to the module. And over here, what mistake we made is this should be under the single quotes, okay, that is very much required. And let me save this, go back to the main program, run this program, and now the option is first, and the second option, update record, ID is 4. And this time I'm going to give class 12. And okay, everything is worked, there is no error. Now let us just switch to the MySQL and check whether it has taken place, the changes taken place or not. So now I will say the same, and now you can see that ID 4, and we have the name of the class as class 12. Before it was 10, but now it is 12. So this is how we can do the coding, children. Okay, so anyway, tomorrow again I'm going to come up with the rest of the code. And today we did the add record and update record, and then we will simply delete the record. It is very simple, and display the record is super simple. After that, we will do that for the section, because since we have a lot of time, children, the syllabus is going to get over way before time. So we will be having a lot of time for the revision also. So let us take some time and let us perform these operations, and then we will move ahead with the syllabus. So we'll meet tomorrow for the rest of the code. Stay tuned for that. Bye for now.